Hey, we're about to start the show, and you know the drill. If you've been here before and you have something important to share, please add a capital letter Q to your comment. And if you are watching live for the first time, please let us know by writing the word new, and we'll give you a nice little welcome. Enjoy the broadcast. Yes, here we are, and it's Scattered Thursday. I'm calling it Scattered Thursday. Why? Because I'm scattered. I'm happy to be here, though. I am scattered because I didn't sleep well last night, but that's okay. That's not your fault or anything. It's just the way it is. Boom, 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 boom. It is Coffee and Headlines, after all. This is our morning get together live here on Facebook. We're going to take a look at news as we always. Oh, shady, dirty laundry about people that get drunk in public and do stupid things. We've all been there, but fortunately, not all of us have been recorded on video. Anyhow, I don't want to get ahead of myself on this April 4th. We are 4 days away from the solar eclipse, and my microphone levels are low, and I haven't touched anything. What the hell is going on? Let me do. Oh, well, maybe all we need is to get the microphone closer to the mouth. Well, do let me know how it sounds from your end. I hope everything's okay. How are you doing? How is everybody doing? I'm psyched because today is Music Appreciation Day, and I am just so excited. I'm requiemed out in the best possible way because I've been listening to requiems for 2 weeks. And of course, after this is over, I'm going to be tangoed out for the next music appreciation presentation. I still have no idea what we're going to do in May, but I welcome your suggestions, thoughts, and ideas. If anybody has any specific craving for music appreciation for the month of May, I would love to read your comments. If not, I think Luna will come up with something useful. Let's get started with what we have today. And yes, we'll talk about the elephant in the room. Whether you call them closet skeletons or dirty laundry, they are not fun when ours are exhibited by others, and more so when we're talking about presidential candidates. What am I talking about? Well, you are looking at the son of presidential candidate Xochitl Galvez. His name is Juan Pablo Sanchez Galvez. And this is not a new incident, but, of course, leave it to the bad guys to bring it up in the pile of laundry today. It turns out that 1 year ago, young Juan Pablo, who is rather white, if you may notice, and this is relevant in Mexico because it's usually the lighter skinned Mexicans that behave really bad let's not get into white chickens right now. Anyhow, this young man was out nightclubbing in Mexico City a year ago, and he drank a little bit too much, and he got belligerent on the way out, and he started calling the employees of the bar gatos. And gato, which means cat, is a very derogatory term that can be used to refer to maids, as in the people that clean our houses, or other employees. So he got ugly, he apologized, and unfortunately, the video resurfaced 1 year after the fact. And now that Sanchez Galvez, the young man, is serving as youth campaign coordinator for his mother, he has left the job after issuing a public apology. Tómala. Never good to go out and getting ugly in public when people are around with cell phones and other recording devices. And now that the new stretch of the Guadalajara highway has been up and running for a week, a number of driver reports are popping up in social media and other media outlets. These reports cover everything from how expensive is a highway, which toll booths are operating and which ones are not, which ones have toilets, restrooms rather, for you to use, and so forth and so on. So if you are planning on driving the new highway sometime in the near future and are wondering whether it is worth all the fuss, you may want to read this article. For the rest of us, and to cut to the chase, the new highway from Puerto Vallarta to Guadalajara has quickly earned the title of the most expensive highway in Mexico. So if you're in a hurry to get there, then you want to take it. But if you have nobody to share the cost of the tolls with, you may be better off taking the previous highway or taking the mountain road and whatnot. All the information is going to be contained in that article. And speaking of information contained in an article, the solar eclipse is coming up on Monday, and it will be our last chance to see one such phenomenon, a total solar eclipse, in our neck of the woods for 21 years. So that's why a lot of people are getting a little crazy here, wanting to see the solar eclipse on Monday morning. Local, national, and international media has been buzzing with information, tips, and so forth. And as usual, Vox has published a handy guide with all sorts of eclipse-related information, from the practical to the geeky. So if you have caught the solar eclipse fever, you may want to check out this article. And now let us turn over to the weather forecast just to see what is going on out there. And it's, ooh, that cloud looks like Caligula appointing his horse to the Roman Senate. Well, it seems like our weatherman has eaten more brownies than I have. Not that I've eaten any this morning. I never eat brownies in the morning, don't worry. 22 degrees right now. It feels like 22 degrees. Humidity is low. Ooh, 56% humidity. That's a dry day in Puerto Vallarta, if you ask me. And our weather forecast for today says we are going to have partly cloudy skies throughout the day with a high of 25 and a low of 15. And then tomorrow, again, partly cloudy skies throughout the day, a high of 26 and a low of 15. And then Saturday, mostly cloudy skies throughout the day with a high of 27 and a low of 17. Personally, I'm not paying much attention to the high. I'm paying a lot of attention to the low, because when the temperature is low enough to sleep comfortably, that's all that matters to me. When I cannot sleep well, that's when things get ugly, at least for me. Now, I want to move on to a couple of other things. In case you missed it, we had a lot of fun yesterday on the Spotlight. As you know, this is my new online talk show featuring Puerto Vallarta event organizers, and we had the privilege and the pleasure to converse with Sandy McDonald. Sandy took to the spotlight to talk about her community theater company, Teatro Sin Borders, and their current production, Leading Ladies, performing at the American School of Puerto Vallarta. But since I know Sandy for many years, we also talked a lot about the exercise or the adventure of retiring to Mexico as a single woman in her 70s. So not only did we get to hear about Sandy's attempt to launch a community theater company in the middle of the pandemic, she had just moved to Puerto Vallarta like 3 months before the pandemic. I remember this. So I hope there's a fair amount of inspiration for anyone who is riding her boat. And for anyone that is starting a new adventure in Puerto Vallarta, Sandy had a lot of interesting thoughts to share with everyone. So if you didn't get a chance to catch the interview, I will feature it in the show notes today. Of course, there was a giveaway, which was great for the people that watched live. But for the people for you, if you didn't watch it and you want to go see Leading Ladies, there's a special promotion that Sandy revealed yesterday. If you want 2-for-1 tickets, all you have to do is say Paco at the door, and you will get 2-for-1 tickets. That is extremely generous of Sandy, aside from the 5 pairs of tickets that she gave away yesterday. Yay, yay, yay. And I have obviously I want to tell you about the fact that this afternoon is my Requiem retrospective. As I mentioned earlier, I am Requiemed out, but I want to tell you about a new adventure, and this might be of interest to any of my friends that are watching from Versalles. You may remember that a few weeks ago, I told you that our friend Lars and I took a candle making workshop, and it was a lot of fun. This took place at a silver gallery in Ignacio Vallarta. It turns out that it's a family business, and this is a family that comes from the state of Guerrero. Well, I have been in touch with Isamar, the young and talented lady that taught the class, and it turns out that not only was she being helped during the candle making workshop by her mother, she also helps her mother in her personal venture, which is to prepare and sell Guerrero Style Pozole. They are from the state of Guerrero. So I have received this notice just this morning that there's going to be Guerrero Style Pozole tomorrow afternoon. This is something that the family is doing out of their own home. So I don't know exactly what it's going to be like, because I'll be honest, I don't know the difference between Guerrero Style Pozole and Pozole from other places, but the prices look just fine. And this is going to be available at Calle España, not far from my home, tomorrow starting at 4 p.m. So I'm going to go and buy some pozole and gather some information and find out if this is just for friends or open to the general public. And I will be back to report about this later on, because we want to support these small families, the small ventures. And I'm curious about the flavor of the pozole. And this is what I bring to the table today. Let me just switch over to Chit Chat mode and see what everybody is up to this morning. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to everyone. Purum pam 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 pam. Albert says, hola from Centro until the maid comes. I call my maid my residential hygiene coordinator or something like that. We laugh every time she comes and helps me out. And she's been looking for work, she told me the other day. If anybody needs a maid, let me know. Let's see what else is going on here. Ooh, Doug. Good morning from the sand at Los Muertos. Excellent. Is it very crowded right now? Has it been crowded over there? I haven't been to Los Muertos area since the beginning of Semana Santa, and we've had that conversation before. Let's see. Wasn't it Shinebound's son that was video being banned? Nope, it was the other gal. Let's see. I actually don't even know if Claudia Scheinbaum has sons or daughters or family. She just got married a few months ago. Let's see what else. Snarky weather really has weird writers. Yes, it does. We don't pay much attention. Well, we do, because it's fun to read Snarky Weather's comments, but that's okay. Wow. I have no idea what that is, but I hope nothing horrible happened. Power outages 5x last night play havoc with CPAP function. Siesta this afternoon. Well, I don't know what that means, Liz. I hope you're okay. Let's see what else. Oh, see you tonight at your event. Looking forward to it. Thank you very much, Stan. I think it's going to be, even though we're talking about the Mass for the Departed, I made sure to make it lively. And that is a promise. Paco candle making with surprise. Yes, Luisa. I took a candle making workshop with Lars. And yes, I showed the instructor the video that you shared with me yesterday. Did you guys watch that video? I put it in the show notes. It was so silly, and I couldn't stop laughing. Let's see. Oh, thank you very much for that, Barbara. I love pozole and look forward to hearing about the family business. You know, pozole is awesome. I love pozole. It's such wonderful comfort food. I usually get it from La Loteria and sometimes from the Pozole Row, which is in Colonia Díaz Ordaz, not far from Versalles. But I will keep you posted on how it goes. Let's see what else, sweets. Doug reports that the beach is not crowded. Well, enjoy the beach. Absolutely. Oh, Christy. You know, you're kind of with me everywhere I go because I'm still going through all the wonderful yarn that you gifted me. So you're always present in Casa Chaos. That's for sure. And when it comes to the presentations, well, next time you come back, we'll reschedule the ones you like. Let's see. Albert reports he was at La Mara yesterday at the beach, and it was very crowded for a Wednesday, and La Mara was fantastic. As we know, we talked about La Mara yesterday, and that gave Albert a craving. He told me on a private message. We know that La Mara is a heavenly place for ceviche here in Puerto Vallarta. If you think there's only one kind of ceviche, oh no, La Mara will surprise the heck out of you, whether you enjoy their recipes at the Versalles location or the Olas Altas location. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, shade about a certain former president. Let us skip that, Muffin. How are you doing? Is Mrs. Muffin still here? I hope you guys are having a good time. And let's see. Ooh, Barbara says, I am always looking for places that offer pozole but have difficulty knowing where they are. We have talked about pozole or Senaduría Row, and I use that name very carefully. In fact, forget about the fact that I just mentioned it because some tourists will start calling it that. There is a whole block, and we've talked about this before. There's a whole block in Colonia Díaz Ordaz, which is right next to Colonia Versalles, that has a bunch of cenadurias where you can order pozole. If you want me to visit that again and talk about it again, I'm happy to do it. Just write the word pozole in your comments and we'll be happy to revisit this. It'll be an excuse for me to go and pursue some pozole from one of the eateries there. And this brings us, yay, to the end of today's Coffee and Headlines. Here we go, another day. Oh, and Barbara very quickly goes, pozole! Yes, let's talk about pozole. Yummy pozole. I tell you what, Barbara, the beginning of next week is going to be a little complicated, but maybe a week from today or a week from tomorrow, we will prepare something about the pozole places in Díaz Ordaz. Look at you, more pozole. I love it. I love it. Andrea Jackson writes, yes, please, pozole. And Karen says, pozole. You know, we should just go out and get some fracking pozole together. That's what we're going to do. Next week, members only, pozole. I'll make it up. I'll make it happen. I won't make it up. I'll simply make it happen. Let's organize a fun outing and see what we can do about that. Anyhow, time to go and wrap up all the last minute details from my presentation. Time to thank you as always for, nope, the other way around, for supporting Coffee and Headlines. In time to get on with our days. I hope your day is as fun as I hope mine is going to be. And I will see you again tomorrow morning. Have a good one.